right, Broncos. Nathaniel Hackett.
I mean, all right, I'm gonna go alpha because I think he got with Aaron Rodgers, and I think you have to be an alpha to handle Aaron Rodgers, and build a friendship with him and get his trust. Since Aaron's, his brain is just it's full of ayahuasca right now. So who knows what his energies he's dealing with right now. So so for Nathaniel Hackett to handle him, and I think kind of build a good relationship where Aaron Rodgers trusts you. And trust you're gonna make the right play call. He's not making the play calls, but he has to go do with it. I think him and Floor, they all bounce. They got like a red zone play caller, so I think he called the plays in the red zone. So for that trust, to get that trust from Aaron Rodgers, and I don't know how he's gonna handle Russell. We'll see how he handles Russell because I think we'll get to the NFC, but Pete handled Russell a lot better than Russell didn't like how he handled him. So left. So how we're gonna see how Mister. I like to be an alpha on TV. Russell Wilson, how he handles Nathaniel Hackett. We'll see how Nathaniel Hackett handles him and kind of telling him what he needs to do and what he needs to get better at because, Russell Wilson thinks he's Drew Brees for some reason. So, but, just to handle Aaron Rodgers, because, Aaron Rodgers, he's going to do his own thing. And if you can get him to trust you and trust your play calls and him play within the offense, I think you got to have that. You got to have some kind of mystique and leadership to you. So I'm going to go alpha, even though I really don't know much about him.
No, I don't either. I've listened to an interview of him. He was on Pardon My Take. He's like kind of one of those. He's a hip hop dancer.
What?
Dude, I'm sure you wanted to know that before you made your rating, but he's like a hip hop dancer. I mean, hey, look, I mean, it's this thing I do with my daughter, but it sounds like he was doing it long before he had kids. Like it was like he was like one of those guys in front of like the college libraries, like you know what I mean, like one of the, like one of those guys. I'm like, hey, like do your thing, but like Hard Knocks should have been in Denver this year because I would have loved to have seen it personally.
Oh man!
But hopefully a video gets out there. That's neither here nor there. Of course, all coaches have weird hobbies, but honestly though, not really, because I think your only hobby as a coach should be fishing. In the off season, anyways, no. Russell Wilson is the Lamar thing. We're seeing the Russell Wilson thing as the Lamar thing that I want to see. Basically, the experiment. Go somewhere else. New guy. Yeah. Is it him? Is it the organization? Is it why can't we get past this one little part? Russell won early, but it's been kind of the same thing for the most of his career after that, where it's just been this. Look, this guy's great. He kind of fizzles out towards the end of the year. Playoff games, I don't know. And I agree with you. I think Pete Carroll actually did a much better job, and I think he's a much better coach than Russell, than the people who are just in this Russell Wilson, UNICEF. Please save Russell Wilson. Dial this number for UNICEF. Save him from Seattle. And it's like I don't know. I think he creates a lot of the problems there. I think there's this issue there as far as he's kind of his own worst enemy. And I'm just gonna say beta for Nathaniel Hackett because it's a guess. Like I don't really know. I don't like. I can't. I'm not like married to that idea, but I think he's beta, and I think Russell Wilson like wanted to go to a scenario where like I'm in charge, So I think that's what they're gonna do. I think Denver is so desperate after Drew Lock and the Paxton Lynch, the post Manning era. I think they're so desperate that they're just gonna let him basically open up car dealerships like John Elway out there, and it's going to be a very odd thing. I think they're not as good as people think they are. So it's Anyway,
most overrated team every
absolutely no, absolutely. They have these wide receivers that I keep hearing about. These Hall of Fame wide receivers that have yet to eclipse 500 yards in a season.
Yep.
All these guys. Tim Patrick, bro. I swear to God, Tim Patrick. Yeah. But anyways, next up.
Yeah, we got Brandon Staley of the Chargers.
Oh, it's beta. Real quick, I'm going beta. Brandon Staley. I'm going beta. The one reason I go beta because I think he's just way too damn positive. I've been hearing his press conferences, and they just lost the playoff. They lost their chance at the playoffs. They talk about the great job Joe Lombardi did that game. Joe Lombardi was a great. We really, we just came short. We did everything perfect. No, you didn't. No, you didn't, Brandon.
You did a lot of things wrong.
And I think the team takes on that kind of beta thing, and I think Justin Herbert takes it on of the leader. He's like, Justin Herbert won't yell at his teammates. He won't yell at Jared Cook stopping on a play. He throws a pick. He just unbucked. He just runs off the field like a little wimp. It's like it's all it's all beta energy, and they like get hype when they like win games, and then they finish 9-8. They, you know what I'm saying? That team is way more talented than it is. People love the fourth down thing, which I think is interesting because even if you have a 60% conversion rate on fourth down, if you do 40 of them, that's a lot of times losing the possession. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand that thought process. When let's keep going, but like you should be like 90% if it's like something that you're gonna do, right? But I mean 40% of the time missing it, that means 40% of the time you're giving the team the ball where the Raiders had it, and the Raiders won by a field goal, and everybody talks about that. Well, they only got a field goal. Well, they won by a field goal. So that was a turning point in the game, and you went for a 4th and 1 and you're 18. Like, come on, bro. This is for the playoffs, man. Like, this is not, it's I don't care what the percentages say sometimes. It's more about, knowing football and knowing that 40% of the time I don't make it.
Yeah. Dude, and honestly, handing the keys over to nerds mid-game on the biggest possession of your life. It's like, hey, guys, what should I do? And this guy pushes his glasses in. You got a 60% chance of getting this first down here. And it's like, it's like you just said, Marcus, you don't have there's no potential range of outcomes. That's the beauty of football. It's one play sometimes. Mm-hmm. Like, it's one play, and you have to realize, like, okay, am I going to get this or am I going to not? And the one thing you didn't say about in all this stuff, which I completely agree with you on the thing, he's a defensive-minded head coach. So to say, like, I'm going for it on my own 18-yard line on 4th down, people are, he does trust his. No, you're already in the red zone, bro. You don't try. You're already allowing the Raiders to get a touchdown. I think they only got a field goal out of that, if I'm not mistaken. But like, they did. You're a defensive minded coach. Punt them. I mean, like something like that's more what defensive coaches do. I think it's so Chargers. I think it's the most Chargers thing in the world to have Brandon Staley as their head coach. I thank God every single day it's not Brian Daboll, and I'm calling my shot early on Brian Daboll for when we do a NFC. But I think God every single day that it's not even so much that I think Brian Daboll is amazing in-game strategist, but any coach you make that isn't like Justin or Herbert centered, because it's not. Brandon Staley is not Justin Herbert centered when you hire him. That's not you're not thinking about Justin Herbert when you hire Brandon Staley. And also, like, hey man, has anyone actually looked at Justin Herbert? Like, the hype he gets, it's like you look at the guy and he's just a 6'6" like Megan Rapinoe, like, who is this guy? Like weird hairnet situation. Like, come on. Like, the thing about Justin Herbert is he's very good, and I wouldn't be surprised if he goes off this year. He's very good. He went off last year. Something looks a little weird about him. I don't know what it is. The way he throws, it's like people are like, "Wow, I don't know." Josh Allen throws look way sicker than Justin Herbert throws.
He's beta too. That's his problem. He doesn't have the. They talked about his intangibles coming out, and I even looked it up on YouTube. I was trying to find him mic'd up in the game.
Yeah, anything.
He's not mic'd up in the game. He did something like he like makes jokes during the game, like something like he's like a jokester. He basically is like a frat guy. He's basically like a geeky frat guy. Like he's plays beer pong and stuff like that, and goes out there and thinks he's gonna like lead something, and like that's what I was talking about. Like, when they
frat
lose.
Guy, an Oregon frat guy. It's not that's not like a Ohio State frat guy. This is like Oregon biology and chemistry major frat guy. Where he's just like 18 rabbit bars and like just these like weird Google micro kitchen snacks that he's eating all day. Like, nah.
It was his idea to change the Oilers name to the Titans. Yeah. It was like he workshopped it.
Plus, he was classic. He was classic. Like, I'm educating my whole entire team on the benefits of COVID-19. Like, very much one of those guys.
Total Oregon right there.
Yeah, that's the most pep talk you're gonna get. That's the pep talk you're gonna get.
I know that's the pep talk.
Yeah, guys, 2 masks is better than 1. No, but anyways, he'll get that. So anyways, let's move on. Chargers, classic Chargers. Classic Chargers have
Can
that
you
coach.
be an alpha head coach to Chargers, dude? Is that even
that's
possible the next
tough.
5 years, dude?
They fired their one, Marty Sternheimer, man. They fired him.
Shoddy was great, man. Yeah, and even he couldn't do it. Yeah, it's just one of those things. So